Hey, it's Kai here from Swoop, and today I'm in Brisbane, sunny Brisbane, with Paul Woods from Adopt and Embrace.
Hey everyone.
And guess what? They've just become Microsoft Global Partner of the Year for Teamwork.
Yeah.
So obviously, Paul, that begs the question, what are some of the top challenges that customers are coming to you with about collaboration?
Yeah, good question. Thanks for the intro, I appreciate it. Look, for us, there's kind of two angles that we see in the market. There's the angle coming from IT and the traditional IT organization. There's the angle coming from the business. And we think about the IT organization, the questions are sometimes as simple as, what have we just bought and what tools do we have that we could use for collaboration?
Yeah.
Or what tool could we use in place of this tool or that tool? What's a single tool that we can use? It's a very tool or technology focused conversation.
Yeah.
And then from the business, it's the complete opposite of that. It's not necessarily about the tools, it's about we just want to get stuff done. We want to get real business outcomes. We want to improve this business process or the work that we're doing or how we serve our customers, how we reduce risk, all these kind of business concepts. And I guess the challenge that we come and solve for customers is how do we bridge these two ends of the spectrum into a place where people can come together and work with a really great platform of technology where we focus on the Microsoft 365 platforms, so Yammer and Teams and things like that, but also how do we help people achieve their professional goals and what they're trying to achieve in their business units or on their bonus plans or whatever, and help them get out of the office at the same time.
All right, so it's kind of like how you bridge the gap really then between business and IT. So how do you do that then? How do you get the business people to actually use the tools that the IT department have provided?
So it depends on the customer. Sometimes we don't tell IT at all. We just work with stakeholders in the business that drive revenue or drive the outcomes and work with what's available in front of them at the time. So that could be, Yammer might be in the organisation, might have been there for a couple of years, but isn't really a sanctioned tool, so we'll work with them to help them explore what's possible with that technology. And Teams might be the same, especially with freemium Teams now coming along the line as well.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And so it's a really quick and easy way for us to help co-design what work can look like using those different platforms. But the real emphasis on us is not about how to use a tool or how to click the buttons in the tool. It's really about how do we improve that process or that work practice. It's really a business-driven conversation. Once we have enough evidence that we can improve business practice, and it's a really easy conversation to have back through the hierarchy back into IT and say these are the tools that we need because of these business outcomes, as opposed to we need a tool because we saw it in the newspaper or we saw someone else using it the other day, right?
Now, one of the things I remember you talked about, and I've heard the story about Amart, the Australian furniture store, and I recall a really interesting conversation about some how the general manager of HR was enlightened, I guess, by some of the discussions that were happening on Yammer. Can you talk to that?
Oh, look, yeah. So Nick Shelton from Amart tells a really great story about the introduction of Yammer into their organisation, and I could talk for 45 minutes about the ins and outs of this particular story, but let's focus on one particular bit for now. And it was about giving people in the organisation a voice for the first time, or having the opportunity to have a voice that was kind of an equal voice across the organisation. And Nick tells a story, I think it's one you're talking about, where he had built out a 5-year strategic plan for HR. So these are the kind of the initiatives that we're going to focus on over the next 5 years to help support our people, to do amazing things, to sell more furniture, to live our brand promise, to help transform our organisation from where it was to where we wanted to be. And then, Yammer becoming part of that, what he identified very quickly as people started to engage and tell stories and share their challenges and share the opportunities that they saw in the stores is that there was two really important things that were completely missing from that plan as well. So by giving people in the organisation that voice, it helped trickle up the things that people really cared about versus what he saw as a general manager, not having the feet on the ground necessarily, visibility to some of these things. And some of those things like uniforms and store greetings and other bits and pieces like that are coming out of the woodwork because of these conversations that were happening on the platform.
Yeah. Now, of course, from our perspective, being a bit of analytics fanatics here at Swoop, where do you see analytics fitting into all this and in solving those business problems?
Yeah, look, I guess probably if I think beyond the spectrum of business and IT challenges that we talked about before and where the challenges are coming from or the opportunities are coming from, the biggest thing for us is we need to be able to demonstrate in terms that the CEO cares about the impact of this work in the business. Because it's very easy to look at collaboration as a fluffy thing, people working together or breaking down silos and things like that. And they're really kind of abstract terms that don't have much substance behind them in terms of measuring the outcomes and measuring the output of it. So we want to be able to have metrics or measures that help us articulate the value that these kinds of initiatives are driving. And we know that a CEO, all the CEO cares about is that the key things that are on their dashboard is how's revenue going, how's our debtors collection process going, how's our risk management policies going. It's got nothing to do with active usage.
Yes.
It's got nothing to do with how many people are using Teams or how many people are uploading files to SharePoint or whatever. Like that doesn't matter. It's about how do we have these conversations that are as close as humanly possible to the things that the CEO cares about or the GM of people cares about or whatever. So for us, analytics is really important. Going beyond the traditional stuff you get out of Office 365 in terms of the monthly active usage, but really turning into meaningful conversations that you can help a customer interpret. And that's why we're using Swift with a number of our customers to help with that interpretation and coaching around not just data, but information that can help make more informed decisions for that business.
Brilliant. All right. Well, it's been great being with you, Paul. And again, congratulations on Microsoft Partner of the Year Award. Really well done.
Thanks for being a good partner.
Yeah, likewise. And we look forward to working with you a lot more in the future.
Cheers.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.
Ciao.